What's up, guys?
Well, hello. We are back.
Hello there. Welcome back.
Yeah, episode 3.
Oh, yeah.
Cats Open Doors podcast.
Got a fresh door to open today.
Yeah, we do.
So I'm Trevor,
I'm Serenity,
And I'm Michael.
and this is the Cats Open Doors podcast.
and I am the one opening our door today
Hell yeah.
into the Barbie cinematic universe, specifically
Woo!
Gen 1 animated movies.
Needed to be done.
This is what's known as typically like the fairy tale era, and then they go into like fantasy, they move from fantasy to fashion is what I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So they go into like a fashion era, and then you've got just the new movies, which suck.
I love the colors, how it's all popping and
Oh
like, the
yeah,
purples
there
and
it's
blues and
meant to
greens
do,
and-
but
quite bright.
then there's
Yeah.
also this. There's also like parts of like the
Ooh,
Forbidden
Lord of the
Forest.
Rings
Dark
kinda.
Forbidden
They use the
Forest.
browns and the greens and kind of like the dark tones to.
Yeah. It looks like Charlie the Unicorn in that
And
one
yeah,
picture.
there's just a unicorn standing
It
in the
looks like
dark
Charlie the
Forbidden
Unicorn.
Forest.
Hilariously, that's actually
awesome.
that's not the unicorn. That's the Pegasus, which is funny because there
Oh,
is a unicorn.
Pegasus. See?
There is a
New
unicorn though, so
doors.
that's why it's funny.
We're getting
Oh, would
off
you look
our
at that?
audience.
They're already so mad at you.
How dare you call it
Come
that?
on, Barbie
Man.
fandom, let's get up in arms.
Oh, no.
Turn
They're
against
coming.
us, yeah.
They're coming.
It only took 3
Okay, so
episodes.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily
That happened
going
fast, didn't it?
going in order, but I think
Yeah.
we should start with the first one because
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
somebody who has seen it other than me.
Right. And it's been a long time since I've seen it.
So Barbie and the Nutcracker is the first CGI movie that came
Oh.
out from Mattel.
2001.
Yeah, October
2nd.
2nd, 2001. And so this is like the beginning of like them choosing to remake fairy tales and stuff like that.
That's
and
right.
redo
It was a thing, wasn't
Yeah.
it? I forgot about
This
that.
is the Gen 1 is the fairy tale era. Ooh,
Yeah, if you guys
my
didn't
favorite
know, I'm
era. And then we move
somewhat.
into fashion, which fashion era I love because it's pretty. This is also really, really, it's like classically princess pretty. And then fashion is like genuinely, like it challenges and like there's a lot of shiny.
Yeah, do you want to read the synopsis really
Glitter.
quick?
Yeah, so Barbie
send
and the
it to Claire.
Nutcracker, what is that about?
Yeah, you wanna read that?
It's the play The Nutcracker, but with Mattel spin. And
Okay.
okay,
read that really quick.
blah.
Hold on, read that really quick. Barbie
Yeah,
plays
I
a
know.
girl. Yeah.
Barbie plays a girl named Clara who's gifted a nutcracker for Christmas. After Clara is magically shrunk to the size of a doll by the evil Rat King, she goes to another world to try and break the spell. The movie is based on the Nutcracker Ballet, adapted from E.T.A. Hoffman's story, The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. Which I like
All right.
because I believe, or it may have been a dark fairy tale version I read, the Rat King is an actual Rat King. In the original story, or at least the one I read, is an actual rat king. It's like a bunch of rats who have like semi-formed one consciousness because they're all tied together by their tails.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a rat king in nature is a group of rats that is all tied together by their tails through feces, like pee, just like blood, and it all gets caked together
Oh.
and it ties all their tails together and they can't pull free and eventually they die.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
The
It's called the
imagery
Rat
there.
King.
Yeah, right?
It's horrifying. Hold on.
Pull it up.
Yeah, well, I wanna see.
All right.
If you haven't seen this at
Let's
home,
pull it up.
Let's, go ahead and pull
What
it
is
up
a
on
Rat
your
King?
end. Pull up the Rat King on your end. Let's
All
go ahead
right,
and look
so
at
here we
this
go.
together.
The
I would like to
phenomenon
see
of a rat king where a group of rats become entangled by their tails is real, though rare. Has been reported in various locations worldwide, including Europe, Estonia, and New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Images.
Oh,
Behold!
that's
Behold!
Oh,
cool.
goodness.
Oh,
That's
oh.
horrific. Yeah.
Yikes. That
we
is
doing it. Behold it.
disgusting.
Ha-ha. Isn't it
If
awesome?
you are weak of the stomach, I wouldn't look it up.
Yeah.
Just a warning.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
my.
not that bad.
I think
Check it
rat
out.
kings
Yeah.
are. I think
You know
rat
what?
kings are
Fuck it.
fascinating,
Go for it.
and if you
Have
can
fun.
find and calm them long enough, like distract them with food, you can in fact separate their tails if you spend enough time and you're willing to do it.
Gosh, that's...
So you could help them if you ever see a rat king out
There's
in
a
the
whole
wild and they're still
mythology to
alive.
that? What is that? That's interesting.
Or at least
You-
call like a local wildlife something or whatnot. They might advise you what to do.
You learn a lot through the Barbie episode.
So what
if
is
you
this?
didn't
The
know.
Mouse King
So-
shrinks her by casting an evil spell.
Yes. Okay. So
Oh.
we're not. That's we're gonna get into that. Hold on.
Oh.
Just wait. Just
Yeah,
wait. Just
come
wait.
on.
Okay.
man,
Okay.
let her
My
get in
bad.
her
My
episode.
patience. Am I right?
Yeah, I will educate you.
Okay.
We're trying to get learned
Please do open the doors to my mind.
So I want
I
to start
beg
off
of
by
you.
asking how much you know about the original Nutcracker Ballet.
Not much.
This is very different.
Less than I should.
It's really just the bare bones of it, like the base plot line, because they remove a lot of the stuff, like the Arabian dancers and all this. That's not really there. There's
And it's from like the late
one of the dudes'
1800s or
names is
something, right?
Major Mint, and
Yeah,
another
it
one is
goes way
Captain
back from what I'm
Candy.
aware of.
1890s or something. Sorry.
But like one dude's name is Major Mint, another one is Captain Candy. Like this is very loosely based.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you combined Nutcracker with Candyland. That if you want to watch a movie about that, you watch Barbie and the Nutcracker.
Now I'm familiar with the music, like the Tchaikovsky pieces.
Yes,
and stuff.
they
I'm very
use-
familiar with
Right,
that.
right.
They use the original music from the Nutcracker in the movie.
Oh,
Right?
cool.
Yeah.
They try
That's
to
really
stick to
cool.
a lot of the original soundtrack and stuff. Do 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 do.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, something that I want to point out is this is something. So there are different parts of the Barbie universe, the Barbie canon universe. Some movies are stories and lessons that she's telling to her younger sisters. Typically, it's Kelly. She deals with like anxiety and worrying about not being good enough and the things that she does. So her sister Barbie tells her these stories. Other ones, like Barbie and the Magic of the Pegasus, Barbie is an actress, and that is a movie that she performs in. It is, in fact, the first Barbie movie where they put bloopers at the end of the movie to show that they are actors.
So it's all Darman.
Oh man.
It's like Darman skits for Barbie. That's fucking
Yeah,
cool.
but it's like them struggling to keep composure during like scenes and stuff like that.
Right,
like things
right.
actual actors would break for and stuff. But it's like the first one that they put, like, it's like Barbie filming this movie, and that's what establishes her as an actress. So half of them are her being an actress, and these are movies that she's taken part in. And then the other half are lessons she's teaching to her younger sister, Kelly.
Okay.
Usually
cool.
it's Kelly. And the name changes sometimes.
So we're delving into a universe of an older sister telling her younger sister like bedtime stories or fantasy stories to keep her entertained, or is that
No, these are like
lessons?
So at the beginning of
Right.
the Nutcracker, Kelly is worried that she's never going to get it right because she keeps fumbling over these damp steps, and Barbie is so beautiful and graceful, and she's worried she's never going to be like her, and so she tells this story of this girl who found her way and learned how to truly like become herself, and through that found the confidence to be able to have that sort of like gracefulness when dancing. That it's about like finding yourself and finding your grace before you can achieve that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
To
Beautiful.
give
What a
yourself
message.
grace,
Barbie.
honestly,
Barbie.
is what
Who
I
would've
believe
thought?
part
Yeah.
of the story is.
Yeah.
How wholesome.
Plastic dolls.
It's also all of the movies. One of the reasons I love them is they're beautiful.
Right. They all
The
have some type of,
backgrounds,
like,
the
symbolism and-
clothes,
yeah.
everything, just gorgeous.
My aunt used to have an entire like room dedicated to Barbie. She would have it was like a full size room. It was crazy, and she'd have displays and dioramas
Wow.
of Barbies, and she had some of like the oldest ones you could get, and like it was the craziest collection ever. It's wild.
Wow.
I
Very
wasn't that bad. I didn't really have a thing for Barbie, like the dolls. I didn't really give, like, I didn't care much about Barbie.
Right.
But the movies, oh my god! And I wanted the sing along tapes, and I wanted this like the best gift I remember ever being given. It was my thing. It's what started my thing with ballet. It's the reason I wanted to do ballet. It's my mom got me this thing. It's like this sing along, dance along set for the Barbie movies, and you get this dance mat with numbered feet, and it comes with this dance pole, and you assemble it yourself, and you dance along with the film, and it shows you like it highlights the numbers, the numbered steps.
I'm sorry.
It highlights the numbered steps as you're dancing, so that you can learn how to perform the dances in the film as they're
So
dancing.
it's almost like
That's
instead
cool,
of a sing along, it's a dance along.
But
What is that, like
also
Just
had the
Dance for
words at
Barbie?
the
Yeah,
bottom.
Just
with the
Dance
singing.
for Barbie.
Yeah. Just Barbie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I wonder
That's cool. I
what,
would
we're
do
gonna
that.
have to research that a little bit. I want to know more about that.
I had the Swan Lake and the 12 Dancing Princesses one for it.
Heck yeah.
I want to see what this is. I want to see what it looks like because I need a reference because I'm having a hard time imagining like what.
Think of like a
Right.
dance pole that like dancers would use, like the one that they use to hold themselves up, but
Yeah.
made of PVC pipe in pink.
Oh.
Wow.
I have to see
loved
this.
it.
I think
I need to see
viewers at
this.
home, we're gonna go.
What in the world?
I don't even remember the name or if I could
What
find it,
is
so I'm not
this
going to
thing?
bother wasting our time trying to find it
No,
right
it's
now. I'll
okay,
show
it's
you
okay.
after, and I'll
Yeah.
like post it somewhere. We'll figure it out.
This is not going to be the first Barbie episode.
No,
so.
no doubt.
No,
We're
no,
coming
no,
back
for
to
sure.
this.
I
This
really
is an
want to
coming
get
intro.
back
caught up
for-
on the movies and come back into this.
We're
Absolutely.
coming back for a specific Barbie magic of the Pegasus episode because
Yeah.
that movie is so fucking wild.
I'm excited.
The,
I'm
Oh
excited.
man,
the most
This is
fever
good.
dream
Everybody's
of any
This
of the movies
is
other
quite
than
the
the
door to
Fairytopia
open.
ones.
we are opening
Which,
a
by
big
the way,
door.
Fairytopia is getting all the people. I love Fairytopia. There are multiple movies in that motherfucking series. It goes Fairytopia, Mermaidia, and then I believe it's Magic of the Rainbow. And then there are also stories of like both Barbie Mariposa movies are Elena, the fairy from Fairytopia, telling this story to her puffball Bibble.
What is that?
Oh God, what is a puffball? What is Bibble? This is a Bibble.
Yeah, I've never heard
I-
of a bibble.
I am
A
lost
Bibble?
here.
This is a Bibble.
Okay.
What?
I've shown him a Bibble. This is a Bibble.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
That
That
thing.
bitch.
The
And yes,
sassiest sidekick
is
in all
in
of
fact
Barbie
the
movies.
That
sassiest
is-
sidekick. The only one that would I
Wow.
think
My
would be
goodness.
second to Bibble would probably be Lila, and that's from Swan Lake, which is one of the ones we're going to talk about. She's just an absolute. You would not expect a unicorn to be a bitch, but she is.
Can you give me a quote?
Oh yeah.
From Bibble.
Yeah, just really quick. Is there a good Bibble quote? All
Oh.
right, that's it. That's
Okay.
beautiful. Were you the voice actress
Yeah.
of Bibble?
No, that's so
Bibble's
different.
here?
You'll know I'm so wrong when I say that, but the only thing I get to Alina Poo.
You didn't know we actually have a fourth guest
Alina
today
Poo.
on the
Is
podcast. Everybody,
Bibble.
welcome Bibble. Bibble's here.
Welcome.
No,
Bibble.
but I can do a pretty. Oh, Hannah means family.
Oh,
And family
man,
means
what are we
nobody
doing now?
gets
This is
left
Barbie
behind.
episode. Come on,
What?
bring it back. Bring it back in
Where
here.
are we
Come on,
going?
It's
bring
the
it
only
in.
impression I can do is Stitch. I can't Bibble. You'll know I'm so far off.
No,
but
Bibble's
that
here. It's
Stitch
okay.
impression,
Yeah.
you
We got
best.
Bibble in the
No.
chair
That's
next to me.
accurate.
Bibbles, I'm looking at him.
Hey, Bibble. We're really glad to have you here.
So yeah, sad part.
Bibble bit.
Clara and
Bibble.
Tommy from Barbie and Nutcracker, they orphans. Parents dead. They live with their grandfather.
Dead. Oh,
Dead.
no.
They live with their
That's-
grandpa, and their aunt
talk
travels
about it.
all over the fucking. She travels all over the world. She's friends with like this fucking like Middle Eastern prince and some shit and whatnot or whatever, and like.
Nice.
Get that oil money.
Yeah, she travels fucking everywhere,
Something's going
and
on
the
here.
grandpa
Yeah, there is.
does not like Aunt Drosselmeyer because she fills Clara's hands with, fills her head with like mystical ideas of like going off and traveling and finding a hot prince, which like I get it. Grandpa
Me
wants her
too,
to be
yeah.
realistic.
We're all there.
Everybody's dream in life.
You're a young lady in London from. It doesn't really state what time period it's from, but from like expected to like marry of good fortune, somewhat like. But not necessarily because you want to like go explore the world or find love. That's not. He's like, be realistic, bitch.
Right.
And she's like, no. Let her dream. She's a kid. Do. And yeah, she receives Nutcracker doll from Aunt Elizabeth. And then Tommy is like, oh, I'm gonna make him the general of my army. Give him. And starts trying to like take her birthday present and whatnot. Christmas present, not birthday. Christmas present, and breaks his arm. Like breaks the arm.
Dang, spirited away.
Yeah, and so she bandages it. She fixes it with some stuff, and then like bandages it to set it in place while it's getting fixed,
Yikes.
and then passes out on the sofa. And while the aunt's like, let her sleep on the sofa, which is a bad idea because it leads into all of this. And out of this motherfucking Tom and Jerry ass hole in the wall comes the mice. And they are here. And
The
they are
mice.
here for the
Yeah.
Nutcracker.
They're actually with us
Oh.
here. We actually have a fifth, sixth.
Yep.
The mice are here.
They're our snack for later.
See, I actually speak mice.
Mice
Yeah,
and
mousies.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're demanding cheese. Or
Cheese? No, gingerbread cookies.
They're going
They
to light
eat
a
all the
fire.
gingerbread ornaments.
oh,
But no,
Wait.
they're here for the Nutcracker. Or rather, I
What
should
was
say
that-
Tim
what was that? Mouse
Curry.
number 5? What was that?
He wants Dr. Pepper shares.
Uh-oh.
He said he wants in on the Dr. Pepper.
Did you hear that,
heard
Serenity?
it here first.
He wants the
no.
Dr. Pepper shares that the Nutcracker has. So
Oh,
he's come for
no.
him. He has come for him. And who is
I
the
think-
Mouse King? None other than Tim Curry himself.
Oh.
Tim Curry!
Heck yeah.
We love him. He's amazing. And he
Phenomenal.
plays the Mouse King.
The mouse
Do you know
king.
what else we love? I think you know what we love.
Unofficial sponsor of the podcast.
Tony Chocolonely.
Chocolonely.
Tony Chocolonely.
Tony
Yeah.
Chocolonely of a
Don't forget why it's special though.
Tony Chocolonely.
The
heart.
only unequally divided
Yeah.
squares. They're not even squares.
Name another chocolate like that.
Yeah, unequally divided like the chocolate industry.
It is the favorite chocolate of the Rat King. Why? Because it is unfair.
That's
That is
right.
true.
They said symmetry. Fuck you.
That's right.
Fuck that. Fuck everybody
Fuck
getting
you.
equal portions. Give me the big piece. Everybody else can divide the tiny ones amongst them as they will.
Yeah.
Except the whole thing with the Rat King is that he's not happy with that. You're gonna give him the whole chocolate bar, and if you try to take a piece, he's always pissed.
I think that's why it's unequally divided.
Yeah.
Because they know it's so good, you're going to eat the whole bar
It
anyways.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's right.
Damn, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
so continuing to
Tony
this.
Chocolonely.
Blah, blah, blah,
Tony
blah, blah. The rats run away from
Tony.
Clara because she slams him in the fucking face with a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And so the owl, like, she rock up, and she, like, yes, the owl off of the fucking cuckoo clock comes down and is like, hello! You have to go save this whole world if you want to get home. You gotta go find the Sugar Plum Princess. Which they changed it from Sugar Plum Fairy to Princess because it's a fucking Barbie movie, no wonder. It's gotta be a princess. There's gotta be a princess. So they gotta go find her, have her break the spell. She's the only person who can defeat the magic scepter that the king has. So they go, and she's like, okay, I guess I'm on quest now. And then Lady is like, oh, wait, hold on real quick. Here's a locket. Once you find the Sugar Plum Princess, you can snap this bitch open. You'll return home to your full size. And she's like,
Ah.
okay, I
Wow.
guess that's how I get home after that. So she
Sugar
goes
Plum Princess
into
it
this,
is.
into this
Yeah,
portal.
yeah.
We're going.
And then goes down what I can only describe as like the vibrant acrylic paint tube version of the Doctor Who tunnel.
Transporting to another
Right,
world,
right.
I assume.
Yeah.
To a giant pile of snow
Oh.
The 2000
where they
Space
are then
Odyssey.
locked
The
in a
Winter
snow
Kingdom.
cave. They're then
Ah.
locked in an ice cave that they have to, like, I don't know, just watch these snow fairies. I guess they just want a fucking audience, but they gotta watch these snow fairies dance. And then they
Oh.
open a portal for them.
Oh.
Nice.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, some
Nice.
special day. That's like some like open up the portal of space and time dance. That's
Look, I can relate to that. That's what we're doing here.
that is.
that is
we're
literally what
opening
we're
the
doing.
doors to space and time.
Exactly.
Portals
Barbie's
to another
open
place.
portals.
That's right. Barbie's
See?
open portals in another
Cats open
universe.
doors
That's
and
the
Barbie's open
podcast.
portals.
The podcast.
In another universe, man.
Coming
right
soon
now.
with all 18 guests.
Coming soon.
all 18 guests.
An entirely new deal.
And
right.
so
Barbie.
you go through
Brought to you by
you go
Tony.
through the portal and it's pretty and you find and they're like she's like what the fuck's up with all this and you find out that Prince Eric was a dick.
Of course.
They
he
always
was a-
are.
Nice, Eric.
No,
was a-
especially a prince.
He
Prince
was a
Eric.
prince who did not want to be the
Dick.
prince. He didn't like want his throne. He didn't really care about his people. And so when the king died, he was like, I'm gonna give my magic scepter and my crown to the advisor until the prince is ready. And then the advisor, the Mouse King, Tim Curry, decided he wanted to remain king.
That was terrible.
So he destroyed Prince Eric.
What do you mean destroyed?
You'll find that out. Destroyed
What
Prince
does
Eric.
destroyed mean?
No, I need to know. We need to know.
No, that's highly
Destroys
specific.
him?
And then no,
Destroyed?
yes, it says destroys Prince Eric, and that the Nutcracker was there, and he failed. He failed Prince Eric and his people, and that's why he got turned into a Nutcracker. And so they
And
go through the
destroyed.
forest. They go through the forest, and you meet Major Mint and King Candy, and there are these two kids, and there's this horse named Marzipan,
Destroyed.
whatever.
Hold on.
My favorite character in this movie is the animal sidekick for the evil Mouse King, who's a bat named Pim.
Wait, what's his name?
He's a bat named Pim, and he
Pim?
talks.
Is
And
he
he
with
talks
us?
like
Pim?
this, Your Highness.
Oh, I see a bat. Can I get a?
Wait,
can we get a
Pim?
picture?
I think actually Pim is here.
Is Pim here with us
Now,
right now?
with us.
Pim, can we get a
Pim.
word?
And he talks like this, Your Highness, and of course, Your Highness.
Pim.
Pim, you can't make fun of Pim in front of him.
I
That's
know.
not right.
Yeah, let
I
Pim
know,
Pim's
it's a little bit
insulted.
fucked up.
He
It's a
doesn't
little
even want to
fucked
get
up.
on the mic
Himself.
now.
Pim,
Look at this.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Pim?
Poor Peter Kalamas, because they did him bad in this movie with how they had him talk for this bit.
Pim.
Pim's just in the corner looking all sad now.
Piminy,
He won't even
Pim,
speak.
Shrew.
Oh, he's crying. Oh, Pim, no.
Imagine
out.
Otto's
Oh,
voice.
Pim.
Pim.
Imagine Otto's voice.
We lost him.
Otto, the weasel that Gothel has. Imagine his voice, but less like, and more like, yes, your majesty.
Pim's back. We actually just got Pim back in here.
Yeah? Pim's back?
No.
Pim, do you have
Oh.
anything to say?
I gotta shut the fuck up now, guess, don't I?
No.
No.
I thought I wasn't allowed to talk shit in front of Pim.
We thought Pim was
Oh,
gonna speak.
he looks sad
No,
again.
I'm not doing it again.
No. Pim.
No, Pim's
Pim, it's
gone.
okay.
Pim.
He left. I upset him.
Oh,
Pim's
no.
gone.
Pim, no.
So is Bibble.
All right.
Pim's gone.
That's all right. We still have the mice.
Again.
Yes.
We still have the mice. So
We
it's
still have the mice. don't
We still
worry.
have Tony Chocolonely.
And we also have Tony, the unofficial sponsor.
It's okay.
Of the Barbie episode.
Tony Chocolonely.
Nothing better, baby.
That's right. Only the best.
Only the best.
Only the best for the good people.
Especially for the Barbie movie.
That's right. Heck yeah. Phenomenal. Tim
at the-
Curry.
look at the
Such
pictures
a
of his
national
face.
Why
treasure.
does
Rest
the
in peace.
Rat King
Oh, no,
look
Tim
so
Curry's still alive, isn't he?
angry?
Wait, Tim Curry's
He's
still
a
alive,
mad.
isn't he?
He's a
He is
mad man.
angry.
He a mad mouse. Mad mouse.
Yeah, it shows.
Tim Curry's still alive, correct?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure as well, yeah.
He better be.
Yeah, he's still alive. I knew he wasn't doing good. I couldn't remember. Tim Curry is the best, though. Good gosh, so many good movies.
78 years old.
Yeah, okay. Good. We need him around forever. He's like
Yay.
Dick Van Dyke. Those guys are just going to stick around forever. They're just amazing.
Anyway, so this
So good.
Oh, wow.
there are some some
So who is this? What is
some
this? Who is
this
this?
is the Mouse King.
The Mouse
There he
King.
is.
And there are
Barbie
some
Nutcracker.
clips.
This is him.
Look at his face.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is something else. He's got quite the
Beautiful.
array of
I haven't
angry
seen
facial
this in
expression.
so long.
Yeah.
It's been a really long
And then
time. I
this-
definitely want to watch it again.
This is the Bart.
Maybe this is what happened to the Fry kids.
Thornberry. I cannot do it. I'm terrible. It happened to the what?
The Fry kids or the Fry
This
guys?
is
What
it.
are they called? The Fry Goblins?
The Fry Goblins. Yeah,
When they went down the trap door,
That's right.
they became a Rat King.
that's right.
Their tails got all tangled together, and they ended up in Barbie and the Nutcracker.
Yeah, they were like, we're tired of McDonald's. This bullshit.
No, that's what it is.
We're tired of their fucking
We are,
gimmick. We're
yeah.
gonna go on to this Barbie thing.
Well, when they fell down the trap, or their tails got all tangled up.
That's
maybe.
right, that's right.
Or
They
they were
couldn't
laying
do
down there
anything.
unconscious, and then their piss and shit like formed
That's
the
right,
Rat
that's
King, and
right,
then they
that's
woke up
right.
angry, really angry.
Anyway, through a series of a lot of random small bullshit that adds up to the plot overall. Anybody who does not want a spoiler for this movie, plug your ears for like the next minute and a half, okay?
Plug 'em.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Because
here
you
we
want to
go.
know what happened to
Spoiler
Prince
alert.
Eric?
Barbie stuff.
Because you want to know
Spoiler
what
alert.
happened to Prince Eric, okay?
All right, destroyed.
All
yeah,
right,
we
what
know
happened?
what happened.
Well,
to
he
him.
was destroyed,
He's
yeah.
the Nutcracker.
Oh.
Prince
Audible
Eric
gasp across
is
the
the
crowd.
Nutcracker. Would you like to know who the Sugar Plum Princess is?
We might get Pim.
Clara. Clara
No.
discovers that she is the Sugar
No,
Plum
it's
Princess,
not.
and this
Damn.
whole quest was to help her find herself.
Bum.
You want to know the really bad motherfucking plot twist at the
No.
end?
Tell us.
Tell us.
They shrink the Rat King with his own scepter to destroy the evil scepter.
Oh,
Bum, bum, bum.
While they're having their really sweet, they crown Prince Eric king. He becomes king of his
Uh-huh.
kingdom and helps his people. She helps free them all from the evil spell.
Uh-huh.
They're doing their really sweet dance scene.
No. And?
On the back of Pim, here comes the shrunken Mouse King,
No.
who snatches
No.
the necklace from her neck and
No.
opens that bitch,
No.
sending her back to her world fully sized
We
and
gotta
away
get Pim
from
back
King
in here. We
Eric.
got questions.
we need Pim's opinion
We need
on this.
Pim.
Where they then wake up.
Uh-huh.
Clara wakes up and realizes what has happened.
No.
She sees
Oh.
shit moved and what the mice have done overnight and realizes it wasn't entirely a dream. And then Aunt Drosselmeyer walks in with a dear friend she met from one of her
No.
travels, who is
A dear
Prince
friend.
Eric.
Oh. So was he destroyed?
And then you find out basically, from what I understand, that like and she's like he hasn't been him. From what I understand, she's like he hasn't been himself for some time. And you find out that Clara did actually break the spell. He immediately found Aunt Drosselmeyer and was like, I need my bitch.
This is deeper than I could.
And or Aunt Drosselmeyer knew he had been turned into a nutcracker. That's why she gave him to Clara, because she knew Clara was the Sugar Plum Princess and was going to break the spell. And then was like, oh my god, homie, you're not a nutcracker anymore. Here's my niece. She's ready for you. Which sounds bad, but that's basically how it happens.
That does not sound good at all.
Terrible.
Yeah, none of that sounds good.
There's a lot of that in these Barbie movies from what I'm seeing, honestly.
Next movie.
All right.
Next movie. So that concludes the Nutcracker?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Barbie
and then I guess we are going in order
that.
because they continued with the October release dates for one. October 1st, 2002. We are going into the next movie that was made.
I'm sorry. I'm just seeing a Barbie quote right here. I just got to read this real quick.
Love and imagination can change the world from Barbie.
Wow. It's so true.
Love and imagination.
It's so true.
Barbie as Rapunzel is the second Barbie movie released on October 1st, 2002, made its premiere on Nickelodeon on November 24th, 2002. Film follows the story of a lost princess named Rapunzel who lives far away in the forest in a big tower with a wicked witch named Gothel who treats her as a servant. But Rapunzel wants to be independent and wants to paint, which Gothel hates.
Here we go. There it is. It started.
Do-do-do.
Yep.
And
Haters.
something I like is that there seems to be like a theme to... This is what early on animal sidekicks get established for both the Barbie character and the villain.
Yeah, Spyro.
Yeah.
It is.
Her name is Penelope.
Really, it is basically Spyro.
Yeah, Spyro.
Yeah,
I've seen this one. This one's it's Spyro.
Well, tell us about it.
Yeah.
Her name is Penelope, and she is a dragon who is afraid of heights.
Yeah.
She's afraid of flying high, and basically what she's afraid of is her wings failing her and her falling. She doesn't trust herself.
She's still kind of small. She still has a lot of growing to go. You know, dragons grow very small, like slow once they hatch. Because don't they take thousands of years to hatch or something crazy?
I don't know. I don't think that's the. I don't think that's like Barbie.
And then they take a long time to grow.
But she does. She's like the same age as Barbie, from what I understand.
Oh, cool.
They
she
grow
hatched
together.
around the same time as spoiler,
cool.
hatched around the same time as Barbie stole Rapunzel.
Yes, this is a huge talking point.
Gothel steals Rapunzel.
Why? Tell us why.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Immediate spoiler. This is the ending of the movie.
Just go
Are
ahead.
we jumping into it?
We
Okay,
need to. You need
let's
to
do
know.
it.
This is crazy.
Okay.
You got to hear this.
Gothel falls in love with King Stefan. They have what she believes to be a romantic tryst. He believes they're just fucking friends. He finds a wife, gets married, has a kid. She feels betrayed, abandoned, and cheated on. So what does she do? She steals their child and then blames it on the king of the neighboring kingdom.
But did it with a deal?
God.
Wasn't it with a deal?
No.
Just
fucking
stole
her
outright.
in the night. Just outright stole her in the night. And then
Raising
spread rumors that the princess had been taken by the king of the neighboring kingdom. And these kingdoms were friends. There are brothers that live in each kingdom. Like, this is a thing that happens for part of the plot. There are these
She took that out of Cody's
silversmith
playbook.
brothers.
That's
There are
crazy.
these silversmith brothers, and they find out that there's this hairbrush that she finds in the bottom of the basement. And it's what leads her to, like, kind of discovering, like, okay, Gothel told me my parents abandoned me and that she's doing all this out of the goodness of her heart and she didn't have to raise me, any of this shit. But here's this thing, and she's saying she was abandoned, like, almost as soon as she was born. And here's this thing, like this box with this beautiful, gorgeous silver hairbrush in it.
Oh.
I tried
The
earlier
silver
to pull up a
hairbrush.
picture of it, like a good picture of it, and I couldn't find one, unfortunately.
Aw.
I tried to find a side-by-side of the hairbrush and then the paintbrush.
Yeah.
But it's a hairbrush, and it's to our daughter Rapunzel with love, as constant as the stars above, which is the name of the main song that plays through the movie. And she's like, okay, Gothel told me I was abandoned, like I was damn near a newborn when she fucking found me and, like, took me in and raised me.
Yeah.
But here's this addressed to me on my first birthday from my parents with love. What the fuck? Anyway, she takes it up to her bedroom with her. Gothel gets pissy that she escaped because she found this tunnel beneath the basement. Leads her to the kingdom. She's never been outside this house before.
Terrible. Terrible.
She goes to the kingdom, meets the prince and the princesses. You don't know that yet, but she meets the prince and the princesses.
Fellowships
saves
with the town folk. Yes.
Saves the princesses. Walks amongst the town folk. All this cool stuff. Ends up back, but Gothel finds out that she left.
And a little detail to add is the town folk know she shouldn't. They like she's not supposed to be out.
No, they don't.
They don't?
No, they don't. They have no idea who she is. She's just some random pretty lady that rolled up into town.
So they're all just looking at her like, why is this pretty lady just strolling through our streets? And I thought they were looking at her like, why is the princess,
looking at her
or why
like
is
in
this?
awe because she's like a fair type of beauty that they haven't really seen often. And also her hair is down to the ground. It's like at her ankles.
Yeah,
bro.
Rapunzel. Yeah.
She let her hair down. What the hell
Yeah.
is she gonna do?
That's right.
Hilariously, it's actually
You climb.
hilariously it's actually
Yeah,
like
right.
a braid for almost the entire fucking movie until bitch cuts her hair off, which is hilarious.
Oh.
We've all been there.
Gothel cuts her hair off
man.
and
Have we?
uses her hair to pose as Rapunzel in a masquerade ball to lure the prince and fuck with him.
Yeah. Nice. Mulan.
Yep.
And somehow he doesn't notice.
No,
Dumbass.
he does not notice. She's
If
like
he
dressed
loved
in
her,
like
he would
green
notice,
and
honestly.
gray and shit, and
I
she's
know.
walking
I know.
weird, and the eyes are weird, dude.
He should have picked up on it immediately.
Yeah.
Which clearly shows he was just like, I don't know, just
Lusting after
yeah,
her
it was
image.
just
What a
blind
fucking
lust.
asshole.
It was blind lust.
It
Yeah.
was
Dick.
my
But
sister's.
they don't frame it that way in the show.
No,
Right,
if
right.
anything,
In the movie.
it's my sister's almost died, and this gorgeous fucking lady popped out of nowhere and saved them. And my mom is pressuring me. Not my mom. My dad is pressuring me to get married. That's what this whole ball is for. Find
Right,
him a
right.
bride. Okay?
Shit.
And so they're pressuring him to get married. He's like, okay, gorgeous, beautiful woman who just randomly fucking popped into my life as soon as I need a wife who saves my sisters. Yeah, that bitch. And something I want to go into is both in Barbie as Rapunzel and Barbie of Swan Lake. These people are the monarchy, okay? These are the kings and queens
Right.
and the motherfucking prince, okay? But both the mom in Barbie of Swan Lake and the father in Barbie as Rapunzel, which are a king and a queen respectively, are literally so desperate for their son to just pick a bitch and marry, they don't give a fuck in Swan Lake that she's the daughter of a baker.
No.
And in Rapunzel, she's like, before they ever find out that she's the princess of the neighboring kingdom, he decides to marry her, thinking she's just some common lady who likes to paint wandering the countryside. And the dad is like, hell yeah, at least you finally found a bitch.
Right. He's like,
Wow.
yeah.
And they're just so
Hey,
willing to give the
mama.
crown to anybody if it means their son will marry.
I didn't think you could do that.
That's right. That's right.
Good job, son.
It's just they're so unwilling for marriage, so unwilling for marriage. No, I want to be free. And then they're like, I fell in love. And then the monarch is like, let me meet the bitch.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I love her already. Let me meet her.
But there's strings.
Of course. Always are.
Or spells, rather.
Oh.
For instance, my favorite thing of Barbie's Rapunzel is that throughout all of it, the main thing Gothel's upset about is that she will not tell her the name of the dude that she met. Because Rapunzel
Hater.
do not fucking know. No, that's the other one. This is Rapunzel now.
Yep,
I
on
think
to a
his
new
name
story.
is like Stefan. Yeah, it's Stefan.
No, I thought Gothel was a hater.
Gothel is a hater. She's
Gothel is the hater.
The hater.
Fuck
hater. That's what
Gothel.
I'm saying. Straight up hater.
But
I've been this.
We don't
I'm
like
here.
Gothel.
I'm present.
Yeah.
Look, Prim left
he
forever
referred
ago.
to
Yeah,
she came on
Prim's
screen
gone.
and he
Prim's
basically
gone.
referred
Prim's
to
gone. He
her
flew
as
home.
that bitch, that cunt. Like
In the movie,
like
they say that.
Yeah. They do.
oh my god, Rapunzel, you lived with that bitch? Oh my god.
We really we selling these movies for you guys.
But
I pimped out Barbie movies.
she does not know Prince Stefan's name. And Gothel's like, stop lying to me, stop lying to me, stop
Right,
lying
right.
to me.
Yeah.
And so eventually she puts a spell on this that never release your prisoner with a lying heart.
Yes.
Juicy.
Special
Exactly.
detail there with a lying heart.
Juicy.
So as long as your heart is true,
Right.
And
and your
you never
intentions are
lied.
pure and truthful, then
So
you can
Barbie
leave.
just jumps the fuck out the window. And she goes right through the window.
Well, here's the
Hell
because
yeah.
Gothel was
Right through
so
the spell.
sure
Right.
that Rapunzel is a liar and you lied to me. She was
Yeah.
so 100% that she cast a spell that, since you're such a liar, so no liar could ever leave.
And that no
Yeah.
magic
Thinking
could
you'd be like,
ever
I'm
undo this
stuck.
spell.
You know,
God.
it didn't
No
work though.
magic could ever undo this spell. May you always forever hold your prisoner with a lying heart. So,
Some sly shit goes down now. Now hear this out.
the thing about the hairbrush, Gothel does some horrible shit the first night. The first time Barbie ever goes out, and she's like, I don't know his name. She's like, you're lying to me. So she destroys all of her painting supplies. Everything she has, every paintbrush, every painting, destroys it all. So her friends, the purple dragon Penelope and the white rabbit Hobby, they go and they make paint from red berries for her.
Ooh.
And overnight, while she's asleep, we hear this tune that's playing. As constant as the stars above, always know that you are loved. And we watch the moon turn this hairbrush into a paintbrush, a silver paintbrush for her, which she then dips into the paint and drags across the wall while imagining the city. And there's an exact perfect replica of the city and the town.
Oh, beautiful.
She puts her hand through it and it goes through.
There it is.
It's a magic motherfucking portal.
Magic motherfucking portal.
Acid.
So she goes through it. She goes through it and she hangs out with the prince and whatnot. So she has to go back. But she doesn't really know how to get back because she just manifested into the middle of a fucking field.
Yeah.
And so she takes the paintbrush.
Been there.
She takes the paintbrush, imagines
when that
the
happens.
tower, and
remember my
paints
first time,
it.
Barbie.
Right?
Imagine, walks through this maze, imagines the tower, and paints it on this door.
Ooh.
It's the fact that it's on a door is important.
Ooh, Rolling Stones.
Oh.
She goes
I
through
see.
it and ends up back in her tower. So all this happens. She gets invited to the masquerade ball and everything. Gothel finds out, stops her from going, cuts her hair off to pose as her. Casts a spell to lock her in the tower, and she jumps through because she's never lied to Gothel about not knowing his name.
Wow.
And then what happens?
Stopped him from telling her his name so she would not lie to Gothel.
But what happens to Gotham?
So,
I want to know.
one thing I'd like to mention first is hell yeah to Penelope, because throughout this whole thing, her father is real fucking hard on her. Her father is Gothel's dragon.
That's
And
really cool.
Penelope also
I like
technically
that.
qualifies as Gothel's
circle.
dragon.
Oh, yeah.
But
Full
she's
circle,
Barbie's
it does.
best friend. She's Rapunzel's best fucking friend.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But she's Gothel's
Love that for
dragon's daughter.
Uh-huh.
Like his spawn. And so he's really, really hard on her. Like, this is not how a mighty, fierce dragon tied to one
Calls her
such as
pathetic all
Gothel
the time,
behaves.
basically.
Yeah.
You are puny and scared. And then it turns into
My
Hugo
dad.
realizing,
It's a little home there.
Yeah.
like, Penelope brings up, because Hugo is like, she's the reason I'm in this place, in this position in the first place, because she chains Hugo up, Gothel. And he's like,
Hate her.
that girl is the reason this happened to me.
Yeah, fuck Gotham.
And Penelope is like, no. Do you not understand? So much worse would have happened to you if Barbie hadn't come back. Rapunzel only came back because I asked her to, because I knew what Gothel would do to you if she came back and Rapunzel wasn't fucking here. She was free. She could have left. She could have lived her life and never had to ever go back to Gothel, but she came back to save Penelope's father from what Gothel would have done.
Murder.
And so basically, yeah.
Genocide.
Or like eternal entrapment,
War
like she
crimes.
did for Rapunzel.
Welding.
And Hugo, upon realizing this, and when Penelope says that she never lied to Gothel, is like, then the spell shouldn't hold her. And Penelope goes up. She jumps from the window onto Penelope's back. and Penelope clears the barrier for the Forbidden Forest.
Oh.
The barrier she's never been able to fly over before because she was too terrified. She fucking clears that bitch to get her friend
She
to that
believed in
fucking
herself.
party.
I'm not crying.
I see that little tear.
Little tear.
Don't lie.
It's a little tear. You know
She,
what'll fix
she
They
this?
get
believed
there?
in herself.
You know what's gonna fix
Tony
this tear?
Chocolonely.
They get there and shit is going down, okay? They arrive and shit is going down,
Damn.
right?
Yeah.
Shit's confrontation finally happening between King Stefan and the other king and the motherfucker between the king and Stefan and the motherfucking and all this bullshit and it's all going down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like they're like talking about why they've got so much beef and he's like, cause you stole my daughter. He's like, how many times did I have to tell you I didn't steal your daughter? And Gothel rocks up and she's like, that's cause I did.
Oh.
You bitch, you abandoned me. You loved me. And he's like, I
Busted.
never loved
Busted.
you.
Busted.
And he hits Gothel with the I never loved you.
Exposed.
And she's all, what? No, we were in love. And he's like, I never loved you. No, we were friends.
Wow.
And she's like, and you'll never love anyone ever
Ever heard that
again.
before, man?
And then Barbie rocks up as Rapunzel. And she's like,
Yeah.
no, Gothel,
Yeah.
no more.
Oh.
And then she's like, this is between you and me.
And then just pimp slaps.
No. Runs off. Shit
Takes
happens.
off.
Fire in the ballroom. Runs off,
Oh
okay?
my God.
She runs off. No. Gothel starts chasing a bitch.
Of course. Hate her.
Gothel starts chasing a bitch. Where
Typical
does
Gothel
she
behavior.
run to?
Yeah.
Where does she ran to that we made such a big
Where do you
about it
think?
being? She
Where do you
runs to
think,
the
man?
door.
Say it.
To the door.
She leads her through the maze to the door with the tower on it. Runs behind it.
Right into the tower.
She does not walk through. She opens the door, and when Gothel is about to run smack dab in it, she closes it, and Gothel gets transported to the fucking tower.
Oh my goodness, that is just amazing.
And what do you know about the tower? What did the spell say? What was the spell? Do you remember? It was a spell. Say it again.
Always hold your prisoner with a lying heart.
There it is.
And
yeah.
who has a lying heart that just entered the tower? Fucking Gothel.
Hater.
Gothel,
Hater.
who
Yep.
is never told,
Hater.
who has never told the truth to Rapunzel about anything that happened.
Her own
And she
spell.
tries to undo it.
She can't.
Hater.
I lost my tabs. Where am I? I found them. We're good.
Okay.
We're good, G. Digger.
Yeah.
Very nice.
All right.
Fucking Gothel.
Gotham's
ta-da.
magic.
Yes. Like it's something I like is the differences and similarities between the villain magic in the villain magic, their reasonings for doing shit, like just the general body down to it, the reasonings for doing shit. We'll get into that in a minute. But hers is green. The Mouse King's is like this sickly yellow color.
Ooh.
Hers has got like this
Piss color.
illusiony like wobble to it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
no,
about.
I
Like
know
this
what you mean.
illusiony wobble to it. It's actually, I think Gotham's
Force
magic is the
fieldy.
coolest out of all of them.
It's kind of like a
cool,
force
cool.
field energy.
Yeah.
And then so from there we have Barbie Swan Lake, which is for people who have seen Swan Lake, you know what it's about. For people who do not want spoilers, I'm about to get a very quick overview of this movie.
All right, so we're going into the third one. This is the third
So
Barbie movie
Swan Lake.
in
Yes.
a trilogy. This is a trilogy.
No, not a trilogy. This is just the order of the movies that they were released. None of these are connected beyond the general.
But they all do they follow.
Yeah, they
old
all either
storyline.
start
Yeah.
with her telling a story to her sister, like to learn some lesson,
Right.
or it's her in a movie that she played.
Right, but I mean, I'm saying like they still follow the old style of the Nutcracker, Swan Lake, Rapunzel. Those are old tellings that have been around.
Yeah,
For a long
it's
time.
still
So,
we're still in the fairy tale era. This is the first 3 movies, but they're not a trilogy. Trilogy means they're all in the same like.
But like
They
with
all
the fourth
relate to
Barbie
each
movie,
other.
do they also follow like another older story? Is it the same?
No, not really.
They're just different
in the vein
fantasy.
of that these 3 fantasies could be a trilogy, like the fantasy trilogy, because they all follow 3
Well, there's
fantasy
more
No, there's
fantasy
more
ones.
of
Oh,
them.
okay, that's what I was wondering. That's what
Yeah,
I was
there's a
wondering.
lot of
there's,
fantasy.
I
there's
don't know. I'm not the
tons
Barbie
of Gen
aficionado.
1
I wish
movies.
Me neither.
That's what I'm trying
I'm
to say.
working on
They're
it.
not a
Yeah, we're getting
trilogy.
there. We're opening the
There's
doors.
I got you.
multiple.
Okay.
Also, a trilogy is for like they're the same series. So if it was like
Right, no,
Barbie,
no, I get that.
Rapunzel, 1, 2, so the trilogy would be Fairytopia because you
Right.
got Fairytopia, Mermaidia, and the Secret of the Magic of the Rainbow.
Okay, yeah.
That's the trilogy, but those are still fairy tales.
Mm-hmm.
We're still in the fairy tale era. Don't worry, because
That's
there's
okay.
Princess and the Pauper. They do that
no,
one.
No, that's fine. I just didn't know if this was like a set of 3 movies where it's like,
No.
oh, Barbie goes,
No, they unfortunately
Portman.
something I love
And-
that there are a lot of
3
these.
separate doors, long hallway.
There are a lot of these. Like the first Gen 1 movies is what I refer to them as.
Right.
This is the fairy tale era.
Yeah.
So this is like princesses, magic, witchcraft, shit like that. And then we get into the fashion era, which is like pretty clothes, pop stars singing, shit like that.
Oh.
Don't worry,
We go
Barbie
less
fans.
from
We're
ballet
getting
and
there.
fairy
wow.
tale base
I
We're
didn't
getting
even
there,
know.
baby. We're
to them
dressing
trying
up.
so
to make
much to
like their
learn.
own
We're going all out.
movies, like standalone movies for their brand Mattel. They tried to go away
Barbie
from making
boy
like fairy tale
in a
remakes.
Barbie world.
Life's fantastic
That's right.
when you're plastic.
I think that was actually like
Keep that plastic
Mattel, like
on
for a
me.
while, kind of
Hello,
gave up
Barbie,
on
let's
making
go
some
party.
movies, and we're trying to focus on like series.
So the third movie,
Yes, the third movie.
Swanathan Lake.
Swanathan Lake.
Swanathan Lake.
The 5th.
Hey, you met Swanathan? He's
No.
here with us.
Is he?
So-
No.
Actually, yeah, right here in this sea we have Swanathan.
Once again, this one like Nutcracker, where she's talking to her sister. This is she's talking to Kelly once again. This is she's trying to overcome an issue of hers. It's she's over at overnight camp and she doesn't want to participate in the race that she's supposed to do the next day because she's all like she's worried about her own skill, like whether or not she'll be good enough. And
She's hurt.
Barbie starts going into this tale of Odette, where she is she's the younger sister to this like adventurous horsewoman, and her father's a baker, and she likes to dance around the bakery and sing and hum.
Is she half horse, half woman?
No, not horsewoman in the sense of horsewoman is like a woman who like she rode around on a horse when it wasn't very common for women to ride horses and like be masculine, and she
I
was.
don't know the alternate universe movie here. It's
Yeah.
like a horse woman.
Maybe. Somewhere out there.
Nothing? No.
Maybe. What's the name?
No, honestly,
Wait,
I'm sorry. I'm
BoJack,
just a little
Barbie
bit.
edition.
I am
That's right.
very familiar with Barbie
Barbie
Mattel's,
Yeah, Barbie
like their
Jack.
fantasy style. That would be horrifying. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Any sort of centaur they would create would be fucking
Yeah,
Sorry to
nightmare
bother
fuel.
you.
In
That's
that
a movie
animation
everybody
style?
should go watch right now.
Nightmare fuel,
All I'm
Absolutely.
gonna
man.
say is horsecock. Can I say
Whoa.
that? No, bad
No.
You just did.
Yeah, I did.
He said it
That's right.
loud and clear.
That's right.
No, because
You
you're
want it
wrong.
one more time? for the
Semantics.
record?
Semantics
Come on.
are everything. It's unicorn cock.
That's right.
not a
Unicorn
horse.
cock. My
Sorry,
bad.
Barbie.
Unicorn cock.
I'm
There we
sorry.
go.
The horse's cock does
There's the
not get shown.
correction.
The unicorn, yeah.
I'm
We have to
Arthur
apologize
fisting so hard right now.
For the other host
Lila
statement
shows a
earlier where
little
he said
penis.
horse cock. We
Lila
apologize.
shows a little penis. It's fine. Lila being the name of the unicorn. Who's once again purple.
It does. Unicorn cock.
Once again, a purple sidekick for the main character.
What is
That's
happening?
how the movie starts. Lila is a talking
Reining
motherfucking
it in.
unicorn
Talking unicorns.
Right.
who was trying to find a way to like defeat Rothbart and shit. Rothbart being the main evil dude who's haunting who's like
He's trying to
fucking
destroy
with the
people.
enchanting
yeah.
forest. And so looking around in the human realm for like some help, some answers, something, starts getting chased by hunters because it's a fucking unicorn.
Oh yeah. They want that unicorn horn powder.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
The magic stuff.
Unicorn horns
Oh yeah.
being like
They
they grant
did.
wishes in some folklore. You grind them up and you give you longevity. They'll heal you. And
Elon.
There was a time in
Jetty.
history they were grinding up narwhal horns and then selling them as unicorn horns,
Well,
and
they
people
were
were like
selling-
grinding them up and eating it and like
they were
sorting it and shit.
selling the
that's a
narwhal
thing.
horns as like
That's
a
intense.
wish
It's
item.
real.
Narwhal horns were sold as like a wish item. It's like the whole horn. They were grinding up bone powder and passing it off as ground unicorn powder.
And then showing off the narwhal horn.
As like ground unicorn horn powder.
Oh, wow.
And then, some people wanted
That's
the full
intense.
horn because they believed they could use it as like a wand to like wish.
Conjure up some shit.
Exactly. And so there's a lot of stuff also between like unicorns and young maidens, which is why here comes Odette, the very nice young lady who's very concerned about the fact that these men are hunting this unicorn. And so she's trying to help it get away. She leaves the bakery, she tries to help it get away, follows it into the forest because she notices there's a rope around its neck and it keeps getting snagged on shit because there's a knot at the end. They cross this motherfucking tree bridge into a waterfall, which unicorn taps with horn, opens secret passage to enchanted forest. Blah, suddenly magic is a fucking thing. We go into the enchanted forest. She continues following unicorn, who's like running the fuck away.
I think the unicorn's leading her.
Did not know, actually. Was like trying to like lead her.
It looks like it to me.
There's a thing of like
Just say.
the whole thing is that Lila didn't. It's the instinct Odette had to follow this unicorn into the forest for no other reason but to help it free itself because she noticed it was being hurt.
Right. Pure
This
of heart.
is the whole
True
point.
intentions.
Barbie.
She has no greed, no like want to use the unicorn horn or anything. She doesn't want to kidnap her. She wants to help her. So she follows her into the forest, and by some fucking shit, she sees like this. I guess it looks sharp to her. It doesn't on the film, but I guess it looks sharp to her. She's like, oh, pretty sharp stone. And she takes it out and she uses it to cut the rope that's restraining the unicorn. And all the creatures of the forest are like, oh my fucking god, what the fuck? You pulled the stone
This
out?
is a sword in the stone situation.
Yeah.
Nobody has been able to remove this
but it's a
stone.
stone
They've
in a
tried.
tree.
Yeah.
But it's a stone in a tree.
Not just
It's
any
this
stone.
crystal in a tree.
A special crystal.
And only
Unicorn crystal.
Only Odette was planning. Only Odette pulled it out because she was
out, man.
She was planning on putting it back. She didn't know what it was. She had no
She just needed a sharp stone.
Just needed a little bit to
She
get her
just
by.
needed something to cut it
Just
out,
needed
yeah.
a little bit to get her
Something to
by.
save
yeah,
her,
we
yeah,
see.
sorry.
I got you.
The unicorn
Put it
knew
back, man,
knew
just a
what was
little
going on.
But the point is that the unicorn is all like, oh my god.
It whispers.
Unicorn's like, oh my god, you took the crystal out of the tree. She's like, I'll put it right back. I just wanted to
scratching her
use
neck.
it to free you. And it's the fact that she was going to put it back. She didn't want to use it for any ill intention or anything like that.
Sure.
Here comes the man. Here comes the
Oh,
man
yeah.
who could
Always
not
a
pull
man.
it from
Here
the
he
tree
is.
Always a man.
because he
Here he
wanted
is.
to use it for bad intent. So he couldn't pull it from the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
tree because he wasn't going to put it back.
The evil warlock.
That's what he gets.
I get.
No sharing.
I will
Yeah, no.
say.
He
I
didn't get
will
none of
say,
this.
I
Dark
get
sorcerers don't share.
Rothbard shit a little bit, okay? Hear me out on this.
Oh.
My TED
listening.
Talk,
Are you siding
I'm listening.
with the sorcerer?
not quite. I do not side with Rothbard. I do not side with Rothbard. He is
Oh.
sympathetic.
Oh,
For one reason
So
and
you're a
one reason
sympathizer.
alone.
I see.
He got fucked out of
Barbie
his
fans, listen up.
inheritance, and I get that shit, okay?
Yeah.
The Enchanted Forest is his inheritance.
But why?
His father was the fucking king of the Enchanted Forest.
Oh,
Right.
The current
he's
queen?
the heir.
Uh-huh.
The current queen was his niece, who was fair and good. Rothbart wasn't, so he gave the crown to his niece. Rothbart got pissed.
Yep.
But he is the rightful heir.
Decides to go conquer
Oh,
the
man.
Enchanted Forest through dark magic if you won't give him the right through sovereignty.
Wow, that's.
Wants this crystal because it will officiate his claim. Her being queen means she's the protector of this magic crystal. It guards the Enchanted Forest, basically. It's kind of like the spirit, the heart. Can only be wielded by a true user,
like man in a trailer
a
park.
true good person.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't take the fucking crystal.
Good.
So are you saying Rothbard did nothing wrong?
No, Rothbard did a hell of a lot of shit wrong, but I understand the original reasons for why he did what he did.
Motive.
I
It goes
do
deep,
get
people.
the
It does,
motive.
It does.
in anything in history, I'm sorry, if you leave that heir alive, they're coming back for their fucking throne one day.
Oh, man.
And
Right.
chances are they're going to fuck over and enslave your people to do so.
We opened a door, found a closet, and opened it too.
Yep.
And that's where we are.
Multi-room. Yeah.
Oh, man.
There's a
So
lot.
because none of the
Library
creatures of the
nook.
enchanted
Yeah.
forest
Pops open.
Secret
want to follow
passage.
him willingly, he
Tunnels.
curses them. Like one would be, like, you don't want to follow me,
Everywhere.
the true king. You're not my people anymore. You're her people, obviously. So I don't care about hurting you.
No.
Because you sided with her. You're not my people. You're hers. So what's stopping me from cursing you? You're not my citizens.
He went with the old, there's no civilians in war.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're all just the enemy.
Not to Rothbart.
Oh, my.
Mm.
Good thing this guy
And-
didn't have access to nuclear weapons.
Or unicorn crystals.
Or unicorn crystals.
So,
Yeah, could be bad,
they're a
man.
bit late with the shit.
I'll put it back,
Okay.
man.
Yep.
Because the magic crystal is going to protect her from anything Rothbart's going to do to her. But she doesn't have it, like, on her at the moment that
they never
Rothbart
do.
rocks
No,
up
they never-
originally.
She was smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
I
to
got
her
it.
heart, but she's smart.
To my friends.
Rothbart walks up. What I don't like is the fact that the magic fairy lady, who's the queen, she knows that the crystal can protect Odette from anything Rothbart could throw at her with her magic. Does not hand her the crystal immediately when Rothbart rocks up. No, lets Rothbart curse her to be a fucking swan.
Oh.
And
Turns her
then
into a bird.
Then uses some of the last
A
of her magic
waterfowl.
to make it so she can retain human form at nighttime.
Oh, man.
Sunset.
Cursed be the swan.
So, and
He's going off the
then-
rails.
Black swan.
Rothbart,
look
what are
at
you
me.
doing?
Specifically.
Yeah.
How
Look
dare
at me.
they?
How
the
dare
bullshit
he.
behind this then gives her the crystal when she's already a swan. Then gives her the crystal that will stop
Yep.
Rothbart magic
Yes,
from
man.
doing anything else to her.
But now she's a swan.
How?
So Rothbart goes to the
Intentional?
human kingdom and lures little Princey Prince, who's a hunter, into the enchanted forest so that he can hunt this pretty fucking swan.
Yeah.
Chooses not to kill the swan because it's gorgeous. Swan turns into pretty lady.
Falls in love with the
Falls in love
swan.
with pretty lady.
Of course.
He invites her to masquerade ball. She's gonna go to masquerade ball. It starts before sunset. You know what that means. She's still a fucking swan.
Caca, motherfucker.
And then he invites her back to his place, and she turns into a swan.
They bone.
No,
He
she's a
fucks
swan.
a bird.
Yeah.
fucks
And
a
fucks
bird.
It was crazy.
Swan puss.
Mattel really went off the rails with this
This
one.
is a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The end.
That's it.
Then they have
Yep.
half
That's-
human, half bird babies.
That's-
Exactly.
And
then we
happily
get into
ever
the
after.
next Barbie
Yeah,
movie.
which is
Yeah.
where somebody fucks a unicorn and makes the centaurs that look
Right.
fucking horrible due to Mattel's animation style.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Those would be nightmare fuel if they ever
Yeah,
made a
they
fucking
would.
like a centaur. Oh my god, it do
we
not
should
work.
petition.
Yeah. Mattel.
We started petitioning.
If you're
for
listening,
season
anybody at
2
Mattel, hear this. We
of
need
the wacky adventures of
To
Ronald
traumatize
McDonald.
unicorn
me?
centaurs.
The fuck no.
Unitars.
We need to traumatize me. No thanks.
Unitars.
I
Where's
would
our
like to continue
unitars?
liking
Close your
Barbie
eyes.
movies.
Come on, Mattel. Come on. We need the
Turn away.
unitars.
Look away from the
Yeah. Yeah. If you
The
can't handle
unitars.
the unitars, man, they're out
So
there.
cool thing,
They're real.
they find out
They're horny.
they don't find out
Very.
how to use the crystal to fucking defeat Rothbart. No, they find out what can fucking destroy it. And what can fucking destroy it?
What can
the
fucking
bro
destroy
ends up
it?
finding out when the person who loves the wearer of the crystal declares their love for someone else. So
True
what do they do?
Motherfucking love.
What do they
Look at
do?
that.
Because homie is fucking stupid. He's been told she cannot turn into human until sunset. Keep this in mind. He knows she can't turn into a human until sunset.
Of course.
Oh.
He don't care. He sees past her.
No. He's into
So-
the goose thing.
So
He met her as a goose.
Why suddenly does Odette rock up like 5 minutes before sunset, fully human to the
Yep.
ball?
Yeah.
Oh, we know why.
Yeah, we know.
Why? Because Odile is wearing a necklace. Rothbart's daughter Odile is wearing a necklace to make her look like Odette.
Deception.
But it doesn't change her
I'm about to
voice.
fly the coop myself.
Deception.
It doesn't change her voice, so she has to stay silent. She can't speak.
Nope. So she's just
Because
sitting there.
Odile sounds like this.
Oh, there it
Super
is.
annoying. Like makes you want to like rip your ear.
Adele is-
It makes you want to stick a screwdriver in your eardrum.
And then like
Dude.
it gets turned into a pig.
It's
It's
the
awesome.
worst.
It's turned into a
Yeah.
pig, but then she's even more annoying. It's like,
Oh no, Spirited Away again.
It's so it's I want it and I want it now kind of mentality, and it'd drive you insane, dude. And it's the whiniest, constantly whining. Not it, dude.
It's so he hated Odile
Screwdrivers
so
in
much.
the
He
ear.
bitched more about her the whole movie than he did about Rothbard.
Honestly, they make you hate her. Every time she opens her
supposed
mouth,
to.
you
Right.
hate her.
But that's the whole point, is that she has an annoying, grating, distinctive voice. That's why she can't fucking
Right.
speak. She can't even
Moment
try
she
to
opens her
pretend
mouth,
to be Odette's
gigs up.
voice
Yeah.
because she's nowhere close. So she has to stay silent the whole time.
God.
What does little Princey dude not do? He does not notice that this
Again.
is Odile, and right
Dumbass
as
Prince
Odette
doesn't
is
notice.
showing up,
Wow.
right as
Reoccurring
Odette,
theme here.
I know.
still in swan form, might I mind you. So sun hasn't set.
Cook.
And homie can see sunlight outside, but he's dancing with Odette in his arms. And what does he do? He tells her he loves her.
There it is. True love. True love.
And except no, because he said it to Odile. So the magic of the crystal
Wrong.
breaks and Odette falls
She was
damn
in
near
disguise.
dead outside.
Dude. Dang,
Now, what's
man.
crazy is he said "I love you"
Rothbard
to a
didn't-
woman that didn't even speak to him the entire ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Simpleton.
it's terrible.
Simpleton. Simple.
so
Simpleton.
magic of the crystal broken. Rothbart is like, ooh, pretty dead crystal that means my sovereignty. So he clips it to his fucking necktie thingy. And then, I can't remember what the fuck happens, but Odile gets, like, stuck as a fucking pig. And he has to, like, he leaves her there, and then some shit happens. But they go, like, back to the Enchanted Forest, because Rothbard is all, like, taking control and shit and whatnot, and they're all worried about Odette. Because having the crystal on her when it lost its power did a fucking number. Like, it whamfed her. And then she gets to the forest and is trying to help save it from Rothbart, despite the fact she doesn't have the crystal anymore, and is no longer immune to his magic. He can kill her. Like, just fucking shatter her
She
into
has no
pieces.
protection.
Yeah.
But she
Done.
still
Cooked.
goes to go save them,
Fucking
even
done,
without the
son.
crystal protecting her.
Yeah.
She doesn't care.
Damn.
Again, pure of
Yeah,
heart,
pure.
true intentions.
Pure of heart.
That's right.
Yeah.
The prince, realizing his mistake, what he fucking did and shit, that he was tricked, goes after her.
Ah. Good.
He distracts Rothbart when he's about to fire at Odette.
Mm-hmm.
And so Rothbart switches to firing at him, which Odette then slightly intercepts, and they both get hit at the same time.
Oh.
They fall together, basically
Collateral.
dying together.
My God.
Their hands land together with Odette
Beautiful.
on his chest.
Martin Scorsese produced.
I know.
Barbie
And
movie.
the crystal on Rothbart's neck starts to motherfucking glow. Because a sacrifice of true love, baby.
The sacrifice.
Which then starts to just fucking
it
like
needed
force.
blood.
No, you have no idea how right you are when you went.
Souls.
Yeah.
It
It
does.
starts force levitating his ass
Yeah.
into the fucking air. He's like being
woof,
like
woof,
choked
woof,
by his
woof.
I know.
throat.
I can
It's
feel it.
lifting
Yeah,
him
it's
up.
happening.
I can feel it now.
And then it shatters
I'm
this
wearing it
motherfucker
now.
into a
Yeah.
million
The
fucking
stone around it.
pieces.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
His palace is destroyed. Man, his
Everything.
daughter's fucked
Shattered.
stuck as a pig forever.
Done.
It's over.
Ah, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Everybody's freed.
Beautiful. God.
True love prevails.
And
Yeah,
then we
once
have
again.
Should.
we have an
right.
ending in the
Just like
Enchanted
Tony's.
Forest where
Just like
humans have
Tony
been allowed in the
Chocolonely's.
Enchanted Forest and they're having an engagement
Our
party.
unofficial true
and
love.
Love him.
Odette's father's
Officially.
biggest concern is how many layers should the wedding cake have?
Yeah.
Good.
Not why was my daughter a swan? Not that she fought a motherfucking evil bastard. None of that shit. How many
Nope.
layers should the wedding cake have?
Hard.
And the answer
Questions.
is all of them.
All of them.
Also,
All of them.
another thing with his
Good.
mother, the prince's mother, he was like, she's like a baker's daughter, and she's like, I don't care, I want to meet this lady. Where is she? Where's your love?
baker's daughter.
Where's your wife to be? I don't give a fuck. You found a woman. I don't care. She could have a beard.
man.
I don't give a fuck.
That's good.
Oh,
Tony would never do that.
It helps that she's
never.
pretty, man. But
Tony
honestly,
Chocolonely
Mama
would never
don't
do
give
us
a
wrong.
fuck.
Uh,
She was down long before she ever saw Odette, and then she was like, "Damn, ow, you actually chose a pretty one. My grandbaby's gonna look nice. Hell yeah!" I'm double down. Anyway, real quick before we have to go, because we're close to the end. My main thing with how I'm going to link all these movies, you wanted to know how they link.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What's the chain?
Entitlement.
Oh.
Should have known.
The main base thing for all of the villains can boil down to entitlement.
Entitled
the entitlement
bastards.
of Gothel when she believes that she's entitled to
Gothel.
Rapunzel because she thought she was entitled to the king's love and therefore that should have been her daughter. So she takes her.
Hater.
The Nutcracker, the Mouse King. He believes he's entitled to the throne when he was meant to pass it on to the prince when he was ready. But he believes he's entitled to the throne, entitled to the scepter, entitled to this power.
Angry, entitled
so
little fuck.
all of this shit happens.
Very honorary. Yeah.
Rothbart believes he is entitled to his inheritance despite everything proving he has done nothing but fuck over the enchanted forest.
Unworthy.
Yeah.
Entitled asshole.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you could understand a reasoning
Yes, he
of the
did.
entitlement of
Found out real
inheritance.
He
good.
really did.
You could understand a reasoning of Rothbart's being the entitlement of inheritance.
Right.
Yeah.
Given it's the most understandable of most of the Barbie villains. This is why I say that I can somewhat relate.
Right.
It's the entitlement of inheritance. He believes that's his. That was stolen from him, regardless of the fact that he would have been a shit fucking ruler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Regardless of the fact that he fucks everybody over just because he was told no.
What an entitled bastard.
So if you learn anything today,
Yeah.
Entitlement
Don't be
is
an
what gets you
entitled
killed.
asshole. Entitlement, bad.
if you learned anything today, it's that Tony Chocolonely.
Tony Chocolonely's never entitled. Tony Chocolonely.
Suck on a chocolate bar of Tony Chocolonely's if you want to break a Barbie villain curse, bro. It's the only true love.
Tony Chocolaka
Suck on a bar of Tony Chocolonely's. Break that curse.
Tony Lakatoni.
Yeah. Oh, Rachel wants her. Tommy Taco want me. Yeah.
Tony Chocolonely's. Break that curse.
That's
Well,
right.
guys,
Unofficially sponsored.
I have really, really loved this episode.
No, this
I think
was
it's just been
enjoyable.
really cool and just unique and
I'm excited
something that
to see
we've
where it
talked about
goes.
for a long time. We've talked about
Yeah,
getting into this for a long time.
There's so many more Barbie movies. Like I said, it's not a trilogy. There's so many of them.
Cool. That's good to
That's
know.
right.
I
Many
think there's
doors,
like-
long
That's good to know.
hallway.
I think
That's
there's
good to
like
know.
9 or 10 fairy tale like style, like they're based on fairy tales or fairy tale esque. Diamond Castle is not based on a fairy tale, but it is a fairy tale. It's about them finding literally this secret fucking palace of magic where the muses live type shit. It's fucking weird. It's also one of the crack films. I wanted to go into it in the same episode as Barbie Magic at the Pegasus.
No.
It's
We'll have
weird.
to do a whole fever dream
going
crack
to.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
crazy.
People will love that.
Oh, yeah.
All 3 of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All
So,
right,
yeah.
guys.
Get deep into
Yeah,
those
let's
doors.
wrap this thing up. Any closing?
The Cats Open Doors podcast is as costed as the stars above, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
The cats will always open the doors.
And remember,
Opening the
Every
doors to your
door.
mind. I'm Trevor.
Tim Curry. Always remember Tim Curry. Just for no particular reason. Just Tim Curry. Remember him.
Tim Curry. Just remember Tim Curry.
Yeah, really, that's the only important
And
name.
Trevor.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry and Trevor.
Tim Curry and Trevor. That
I'm
works.
Michael.
I'm Serenity.
This is
Cats Open
This is
Doors.
Cats Open Doors.
Yeah, until next time, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.